doing the range of motion test for forearm pronation. The prime mover of this is the pronator teres, and that happens in the transverse plane and in the vertical axis. So the axis of rotation is just lateral and proximal to the ulnar styloid process. The stationary arm is going to be perpendicular to the floor and parallel to the humerus, while the mobile arm is going to move across with the pronation across the wrist joint. So our subject is going to be here at 90 degrees of elbow flexion, and his forearm's in neutral with his thumb pointed towards the sky. And all he's going to do is pronate so that his palm faces towards the ground. Good. As much as you can. Perfect. Normal range of motion is about 80 degrees, so that looks pretty good. The second test is the manual muscle test for the pectoralis major sternal head. The action of this is adduction. The origin of the sternal head is the anterior aspect of the sternum and the anterior aspect of the rib cartilage 1 through 6. The insertion is the greater tubercle of the humerus, and this occurs in the frontal plane. So our subject is going to be at 120 degrees of shoulder abduction with his elbow bent and his thumb inwards. All we're going to do to isolate the sternal head is he's going to horizontally adduct across his body to the opposite thumb pocket with this thumb right here. He's going to do this against gravity for a score of 3, and then he's going to do it against my resistance for a score of 4. So go ahead. Boom, yep, and back. So that's a score of 3. So now my resistance is going to be on the distal end of the the ulna and radius, just proximal to the wrist. And I'm going to stabilize his elbow with the other hand, and I'm going to be resisting out and up. So go ahead. And perfect. So score.